when she thinks of what these people are doing, what the Democrats are doing to the children.
What children?
She's fearful.
Where are these children? Where are the QAnon children? Where are these children being held? And his campaign has sent me at least, since the election, 50 emails to contribute to the election defense fund because he's cash out.
Wow.
But
And they said they're going to match your donation 1,000%.
So this what you do, Chaya. Donate a penny. Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Give him a penny.
Hey, if I could give him half a penny, like I don't even want to get him a full penny.
Us.
So did you hear they're having a march in Washington? Is the stand back is not what stand back and stand by. It is the stop the steal of the election.
All of his claims are hearsay.
It hasn't been founded. The only thing that they're saying is that it's been stolen, but they haven't provided any additional information to show
Where?
to support their argument.
Every case that they have tried to bring before the courts has been
The
dismissed.
judges shut him down.
Because they're like,
Everyone.
Because it's hearsay. You can't go to a judge and present a case with hearsay. You gotta have evidence.
With Laura Ingraham and her simple self, having a dude with the just the blackout. He just got and he's saying that he saw so much voter fraud.
Then why didn't he go before a judge
But
and testify?
if we was trying to get, if it was voter fraud, right? Why wouldn't we take the whole cake and have the Senate?
Yeah, exactly.
you.
We
Thank
would have
you.
gotten
Thank
Mitch
you.
up out of there.
Why would you still get 72 million votes if it was voter fraud? You still got the second most amount of votes in history.
He's a jackass.
trying to make it believable. That's what they'll say.
Mm-hmm.
He's an idiot.
Listen, all I'm
I'm over
saying
it.
is Biden is the president.
It's time for you
QAnon
to
has
go.
not found, and QAnon is actually a conspiracy theorist that supposedly started from a White House insider.
Because I had never heard of these people.
A White House insider that supposedly started it, and the FBI warned that groups like QAnon are a growing domestic terrorist threat.
But you can't trust the FBI.
I watched
As Trump said.
I watched a new, oh my gosh, I can't remember who she spoke to this woman who follows QAnon, and she was in tears. I think I told you guys she was in tears because when she thinks of what these people are doing, what the Democrats are doing to the children.
What children?
She's fearful.
Where are these children? Where are the QAnon children?
Sorry.
Where are these children being held?
And as a mom, she's fearful for her children, the lives of her children, and so many other children, because and it goes back to that information that was sent about the pizzeria. Remember the pizzeria?
Oh yeah, with Hillary.
Clinton.
Yeah.
That's all tied into this.
Yeah.
And that they're
Those
sacrificing
were
children.
unfounded claims too.
Yes. Over
Well,
and over again.
But again, people don't believe it. They believe it to be true.
But
And
where are the children though? Like I really want to know.
Is it the 545 children that they lost their parents?
no, she's talking about the children that the pedophiles are harming and the ones that are being sacrificed.
But Trump was cool with Epstein. Oh, okay. Oops. I'm sorry.
Well, that's why when someone said to me that Trump was was taking care of what was Trump doing? Oh, he's going after the pedophiles
and the
Trump,
cannibals, the cannibals.
Not only the cannibals,
Where are these people?
The people that are sacrificing the babies for they're drinking their blood. They're drinking their blood, and Trump was cracking down on the pedophiles. Okay, Jeffrey Epstein
was the biggest
teenage
pedophile.
girls, so that would have made him a pedophile. There is ties. There has been proven ties to Epstein and Trump. So doesn't that make Trump complicit in pedophilia?
Boom.
I'm just, when people say that they've read this information, I need you to tell me that you read this information from a reliable source, not by going on QAnon's website and reading the propaganda that someone came up with and put it out there, and they're spewing this stuff, and you're taking it in as it being the gospel.
And that the FBI deems a domestic terrorist group.
A domestic terrorist group, correct.
So with that being said, a lot of the Christians that we're talking about, including Kenneth Copeland, did y'all see that video I said about him talking about?
I saw this video earlier this week.
Did you see that? Looking as crazy and as demonic as he wanna be. And there was people in the audience talking about all unmasked. Nobody had on a mask. And he was just like, they say Biden is president. Like, what in the devil
What
is this?
But they think that God is about to come and save the election, and Trump is gonna win. And it's just like,
and this is one of the biggest things that I need everybody to understand. You being pro-choice does not mean that you are for killing children. You are just saying that
I don't think anybody is for killing children.
Should have agency over
their own body.
Yeah.
Yes.
The same way that men do. There are no laws, Kavanaugh, that are out there that that regulate what a man does with his body. And it shouldn't be any for us either. Now that Kamala is, now that she's VP, at least, we're seeing that women do have agency. Like, what do y'all think? We're not June Cleaver. We ain't vacuuming with pearls and heels on and polka dot skirts.
Well, tell that to the 55% of white women that gave him their vote.
It was 56 this year. And 18% black men.
Yes. 18%. That's scary.
Well, but okay, that's just
96% black women.
right.
I want to know who these 4% women are.
The ones that I cut off. The ones I cut off.
I know that's right.
I didn't have to cut anyone off because
like you don't talk to them anyway.
I don't like people anyway.
I'm good with my circle right here.
You don't talk to them anyway.
Circle.
And most
So
of
why
the
do you
people,
guys think 80% black men? Like, what was that about?
a lot of men voted because they didn't want, for the same reason why a lot of men didn't vote for Hillary in 2016. They didn't want to see. Okay, Keisha, I'm coming back to you because it was your mac and cheese damn analogy.
Ah, but no, I'm talking about black men. I'm not talking about white men. I'm talking about black men.
Because of your mac and cheese analogy, you said selecting a black woman was like having that person come to Thanksgiving dinner that don't know how to cook that mac and cheese.
No. See, if you want to go back.
Kaya,
No.
Kaya,
What I was saying was,
I need you to pull
rewind the tape, damn it. Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. Rewind the tape. If you know I made some good macaroni and cheese, you're going to designate me as the one to make your mac and cheese, right?
Yes. You be on mac and cheese that year.
And then if I called you up the morning of Thanksgiving, I said, Kaya, I found this recipe, and I'm going to use goat cheese instead, because they said it's healthy.
Don't do that. Don't play
And I'm going to use almond milk cheese.
You can't play
You're
with
on the phone like, what the hell? You going to pick Thanksgiving to experiment?
Yeah, you don't do Thanksgiving with experiments.
You don't do that. You pick another day. You can pick Easter, but not Thanksgiving. So that's how I felt initially when he said he was going to pick a woman. This ain't the time to be experimenting and rolling the dice. No, what I was saying was even Trump himself said it was a little risky for him to pick her. And what I was saying was it had
I don't give a shit what Trump said. It wasn't no more risky than John McCain choosing Miss I Can See Russia Through My Back Window.
Exactly. But my thing was we were going against Trump. We were not going against John McCain. We were going against Trump. And
but we had a qualified person. 18%.
Well, I mean, like she made it, he made it. We ain't got to talk about that. That was the past.
The 18% black men that gave their vote away is because I'm married to a black woman, or I got a black woman. I know, you see how black women are? They don't like black women, and they don't like women in authority. That's why they gave up their vote. A lot of people are still stuck on, Kamala Harris put people in jail. She's the one who wanted to make sure that people stayed in jail. They went by all of the stuff before they did their research on Kamala. They went with the propaganda that was constantly put out there. Yeah. And that's what happens. When you're constantly spewing the same narrative over and over, people take it and
believe it.
Yes.
That's what happened with Hillary. Over some emails.
We're not going to talk about Jim Comey showing his support for Biden Harris, right? We're not going to talk about.
No, and the fact that he messed up the first election. He messed up 2016.
Well, did you guys get a chance to watch Comey Rule on Showtime?
No, I didn't see that.
When you get a chance, watch Comey Rule on Showtime, because it shows that his wife and his daughters were not happy with him behind that situation.
Oh, yeah.
Not too many people were happy with him. I don't think he was happy with him.
We're talking about in his household, in his home.
You got to go home.
I want to do the right thing. I want to do the right thing. That although she won the popular vote, destroyed everything. And then we were stuck with 4 years of Bozo the Clown.
Can I offer an alternative thought to why the 18%
different view
of black men? Because after speaking to some, I don't know if they did or they didn't vote, but it's easier to make money under a Republican government because they don't have as much of those restrictions.
Because basically
on things
believe in small government.
Right. So it's been easier for a lot of black people to make money under Trump.
I'm try to subscribe to that, but
I heard that too. I heard that too.
I'm just offering
A different version.
Right.
Yeah. I heard
Okay,
that
we
too.
we can receive that. However, I don't know how. I don't know if that'll be like 2% of the black men.
Yeah, because well, I'm not even gonna say that because of most of the black
I know what you're
men
trying to say. Don't be talking about the black
business.
man like that.
Well, most of the black men that I know, they have a business, or you know, they are businessmen. So
Owners, yeah.
So I mean, I can subscribe to that part, but I know that a lot of people was banking hard off of Obama's during Obama's terms. So I don't, you know, it because I think the difference between the tax cuts that Biden is talking about and Trump did is 2%. It's a matter of 2%. Now, if 2% kills your business, then it might be your business plan, you know. But the more money you make, the more money that you should be given. The fact that the Bezos and all of them are caking hard and don't pay federal taxes, but yet they coming after us for $10. They garnishing checks and wages and threatening you over $1,000, but Trump is paying $750.
I can't tell y'all how much I paid for 2018 and 2019.
We all pay more taxes than he
Don't
do.
even get me started with 2019 taxes. Okay.
I still owe.
We all pay more taxes than that dude.
And they take about a G out of my damn check.
Exactly. So
that's still owe.
So one of the big things that was on the ballot, or a big talking point, was about reparations. People are saying that they not voting for nobody that does not have a plan that's specifically, and a lot of black people, a lot of black men, the pro-blackity black, and rappers, you know, did not vote for Biden Harris because of whatever reason. But reparations was a big thing for this election, and racial justice reform and systemic injustice reform. Because I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any information come from Biden Harris's camp that would make me say. But then again, I don't know what they're talking about on the inside.
Right.
So, do you think that all of this was like a facade to get the vote and then be like, you get the money and run?
I think it can't be a facade because there are so many people now who will hold their feet to the fire now. So what they will them have to do is show that they are for all people, and they will do things to them with criminal justice and with racial.
Well, people are saying that they need to do something specifically for Black people because
yes.
other administrations have done stuff for
yes, and I totally understand
so they're saying it can't be for minorities or
right.
for people of color.
That is always going to be a problem.
How so?
I personally don't think that we'll get everything we want in this term.
You can't erase 400 years in 4 years.
In 4 years. You can't get rid of them the last 4 years in 4 years. Forget about 400. You can't erase 4 years in 4 years.
So what do you think about saying that they have to have something specifically for us?
I agree though. I agree. You know what was an eye-opener for me is when everyone got their stimulus checks, some hit me in the head and said, well, if everyone got stimulus checks, How come we couldn't get our 40 acres in the mule?
Everyone did not get.
Not get a stimulus check.
Well,
right.
not
That's
everybody.
true.
All the people that did get stimulus checks, there was a lot of money that went out there. And if you go on Instagram, everybody got their little businesses now. You notice that, right? All these chicks got boutiques and hair weave companies.
But that was a good thing.
I applaud them.
That was a good thing.
But what was an eye opener was the amount of people in this country that did get stimulus checks. They could have gave Black people their reparations just based off of the amount of money that they gave for stimulus checks. And they voted, huh?
Wow.
Sound like Kenneth Copeland.
You talking about that 40 acres in the moon?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the things they can do is make sure there are certain things that are equal, like loans, for us to get them the money. They can done with redlining. And I think that those things, there are some people who think that all Black people should get this large sum, but that won't change the systems.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think a large sum and
change that.
A large sum and
change the systems. Okay, I got you. I could get with that.
This is the thing with that. You'll get an administration that can start and create things that need to then get into place. You will need another administration that will work on the follow through. Then you need another administration to execute, because those are things that cannot be executed, planned, created, executed in 4 years. It's not.
Especially if we hold on.
You will need an administration to follow that administration. So you would need for Biden to have 2 terms to create, then plan on how, and then you would need another Democrat to come into office to then execute. So that will take at least 3 terms.
And we still have a pandemic.
So do you guys realize that 3 terms is 12 years?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, a lot of the things that we would like to see realistically.
And you know what, too, Keish? Like I've been saying for the last few videos, we got to start having accountability for ourselves. So we cannot just expect them to do all of this stuff for us.
We got to hold their feet to the fire.
Because, and it was not just our culture, but a lot of people, when they got their stimulus checks, went to Walmart and got flat screen TVs. And so if when you have a culture,
you ain't buy no car.
No, I actually did. You know what I did with my stimulus check?
What you did with your stimulus check?
I actually put it towards my tuition for school.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used it to fund my book.
Okay, God.
I know what I do with my stimulus check.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, wait, I didn't get a damn stimulus check.
I was going to say, she didn't get one.
My bad.
But going back
I'm
to what I was
happy that
saying,
y'all got it.
We got to really have accountability for ourselves, and we cannot put all the weight on Biden and Harris. Now that Trump is out of office, we can't say, okay, now you got to do everything we expect you to do. We got to start, like you've been preaching, Keish, we got to start going to our town meetings.
Right.
We got to start
you gotta hold your local elected officials accountable.
Yep.
You want my vote. This is what you have to do. You work for me. I need you to work for me. I will always say that. But it's just like people, when you hear people say, oh, Obama didn't do anything for Black people. Obama didn't do this. Again, What y'all can't? These miracles that we would like to happen will not happen in 8 years.
So you know what? So it's funny that you're saying that, because that's one of my fears. And I've been praying hard for Biden and Harris, because I feel bad for them, because now that Trump has did all that he's done, people got to have patience. They're not going to just walk into the White House and like snap their fingers and things are going to start falling into place.
So Africa.
Yeah.
Africa. It's not going to happen like that. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. It's not going to happen like that.
Yeah. And
All the while, we're in a pandemic.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
that's
yes,
the
yes,
first.
yes.
Yeah, right. We're
Forget
still losing.
everything
We're
else.
still losing. We're still losing.
And I be
That
honest with
one
you.
major fact.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm not expecting much out of them this term. I'll be honest with you.
No, I'm not going.
But I will say this.
I'm expecting a whole lot of executive orders.
Oh yeah, no, I think there will be.
Now the question is, do you think they'll get backing?
Listen,
Well,
Trump
this
has done what he
is.
wanted to do for the last 4 years, and we're just like, what?
Okay, wait a minute. I have three things then.
But don't forget.
Keisha, you said, do you think that they'll get support? Well, this is why the Senate race in Georgia is so important right now.
Yep.
Yeah. We're praying, and this is why that is so important, because we need to get Mitchie out of that position
Yep.
that he holds right now.
Mhm.
Baloney fingers!
Oh my gosh, why did you do that, Kaya?
You said Mitch
We made
McConnell.
her forget.
Mitch McConnell out of order.
Because it was 3 things I had to
You made her
say.
forget.
But just think about this. Kentucky, they put in a black mayor, they put in a black AG, and they still reelected Mitch McConnell.
Do they have a real black AG?
Boom.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Africa.
I can't with
agree.
y'all.
But wait, sidebar. Remember when she was like, "You got my number. You can call me." I was like, "Oh, she took it to the street."
Oh,
But
well.
there were a few people who
Uncle
said, "I
Rolo-
called you."
Uncle Rolo came with the receipt, right? Right, Kaya?
No, Uncle Roro came with the P&L statement off of QuickBooks. He was just like, let me show you what had happened between us over the last few months.
You could say what you want about him. That man got his facts down to a T.
He
You
came
can't
with the
come
whole
to Uncle
P&L
Roro.
statement. I was like, yeah.
Roland said, and at that time, you did not reply to that message. And on August 4th, I sent you yet another message. And
you said,
I'm traveling. I will circle back to you when I return.
I'll be in Ghana. Oh, I love Ghana.
You've yet to respond.
I guess it was the Ghanaian. It was the Ghanaian angels. It was the Ghanaian angel she was calling on.
It was the Ghanaian angel.
Oh my
she loves
God.
Ghana.
She didn't specify. She didn't specify the area in Africa or what country that they was coming from.
Angel, the African angel's like, wait.
Who was it? Was it Kev on stage? He dressed up as African angels.
Who?
Was it Kev on stage? He dressed up as African angels. It was just
I would
like,
love to see that.
His ID is not Carlton Banks. I think I sent it to you. Did I send it to you? And they always like,
what angels?
and it was like dog and stuff. They was just like
I ain't going no down there for no Trump.
But I just don't understand how she think that was God. Like,
The same way Kenneth Copeland, the same way all of the other people.
I just
Some
like
of the Christian black men that voted for that's
how
what they
is
believe.
that God? Like
They believe
I serve God. I love God. But I just don't see him that same way.
I don't see the connection.
No, there's no connection. There's
So
no divine connection.
the kernel just don't.
But I can't see the. Mm-mm.
You don't see him
No,
in the light. You don't see the shining light.
no.
No,
The what?
How he glistens on his orange skin.
I'm not going to do it. I am not going to do it.
No signal. Like none.
I just
Okay, so I knew I had something for you guys. Chaya Jones. She was a Pussycat Doll actress. She is a Trump supporter, and she had some kind of position with supporting Trump. She dubs herself a Christian, and she did a live the other night, and she was speaking about what's God, and people were coming on her Instagram live stating like what's wrong with you, and how do you mix in, like, how do you justify calling yourself a Christian and believing in the word of God and supporting and being in support of Trump? How do you not see the evil? And they were her followers saying, oh, don't listen to the haters. And she said, I don't mind the haters, because if they understood how the algorithms and Instagram work, then they'll know that they're just helping my algorithms. And it just amazed me.
Oh, I did see that. I didn't know that was who she was.
And I kind of got sucked in just watching her live. And then I saw Antonio Sabata Jr. chimed in like, hey, like, that's right, Chaya, let them know and give the word. And I'm saying, OMG.
What Kool-Aid are they drinking?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they believe. I don't know why they believe that Trump is a Christian and he's so Christ-like. If you said Mike Pence, but you're saying Donald Trump.
But not to get on a spiritual level or try to get so deep with it, but you do realize that Satan is real. So Satan has these Christians worshiping Satan. Think about it. Look at Kaya's face. She's like,
I'm thinking about while you were saying that, I'm thinking about the book of Revelations. The book of Revelation. When it talks about in the last days how men will become lovers of themselves.
mm-hmm.
Having a form of godliness but denying the power.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't even got the form. But the people,
You got all these Christians that are worshiping this man.
And will quote a scripture in two seconds.
But he don't even go to church.
He don't even know how to hold the Bible.
He don't even go
and he looks weird. Like when he's in church, when they be praising on him and praying on him, he even look uncomfortable.
But he don't be in church. He be at the White House.
But Biden goes to church. He's
a Catholic. He got
call from the Pope. He has they said it was more so a personal call from the Pope. But
he goes to church every week.
That's what I like Biden.
His wife exudes.
I love Jill.
Just love and she's embracing.
Yeah.
She's not scowling.
Just get rid of Betsy DeVos already, please.
I know. I was so excited. Like, wow, a real educator in the White House. We gonna get some education.
What's going to be your platform? She was just like, well, I still have my thing for the military families, but education, I love education.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Can't we just get rid of Betsy DeVos like right now?
like when they showed all of the people that are going to be leaving with Trump.
Can we talk about Ben Carson, gifted hands Ben Carson, who, and instead of having Ben Carson in charge of the COVID task force, you still put Ben Carson and kept them in charge of HUD? Gifted hands Ben Carson. I'm trying to understand where we get medical and housing. I don't understand how they are one.
Well, maybe because he's black and a lot of blacks need HUD. Maybe that's why.
Girl, bye.
Carson ain't from the hood.
Bye.
Ben Carson probably ain't never been to the hood.
And Ben Carson tested positive for COVID.
He sure did.
Didn't he? Everybody at the house. Everybody at the house getting COVID.
Mark Meadows did too.
They had a party at the White House.
2 more people tested positive
night.
Today or yesterday.
So I think now it's like a total of 8 people.
Well, listen, let's just say this. I think Dr. Jill and President-elect should stay in Delaware after the inauguration.
Listen, after the
Lord,
I need the White House team, the transition team. I need them to say everything.
They need microban and sage.
That's why they need that transition money, because all of that gonna go to clean.
How crazy is it?
To clean it out.
Microban and sage.
And oil. They need the oil. They need oil.
Oh yeah, I would say the holy. I mean, dousing the oil on the
The
wall.
power of Christ compels you.
You know what? They need the Jamaican mother.
Can we get
They need to get the Jamaican mother.
No, they need somebody to go around the house sprinkling holy water. They need to slide in and order them down with Florida water. But listen.
And I wipe down all the staff. I'll throw holy water on all the staff.
Because Trump and his childish self probably pissing in the curtains and whatnot. Like, dude.
It's
you know he's gonna do that.
It's so funny you said it because I was making a joke about that the other day. The petulant child that he is, he would do stuff.
Did he do that to a bed in Russia or some country? He did that.
I think the hotel, yeah.
Where Obama stayed, he peed on the bed or some crap.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Nasty fool. Nasty.
But the great thing is Obama's picture will finally be able to be hung
he was
in the White House.
He was too petty to carry on tradition because of his petty.
This is my thing. Again, how do these people not see?
Girl, 'cause Satan.
But as my brother says so eloquently, Satan.
But you know it's scary because 72 million people.
Hey, you got to keep going back to that.
72 million.
72 million
That's
people
scary.
voted for his ass.
And I be in a lot of their houses. Oh, let me tell you, they showed out in them rich neighborhoods. Girl, that week before voting, they had Trump, like out of nowhere, every lawn had they Trump signs. I felt like I was in the Ku Klux Klan area. I was like, ooh.
Girl, it's crazy
About
how
to get
now
lit.
you equate them with Trump supporters with
the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you see American flags hanging, you be thinking, oh shoot, are they?
Yeah.
Like you start to equate that
Yeah.
with, racist. And it's just like, dude, you have, I mean, the flag was always bloody.
Right. But he took it to another level.
I don't know. Like it's gonna take me a while to see red, white, and blue and not
Like the boogeyman.
It's gonna take me a while to get over that. He got all of us up here having, panic attacks.
Yeah.
And Saturday was the first day in 4 years that we actually were able to. Everybody do it together.
Waiting to Exhale, part 2.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next episode of Between Sisters.
And then the first one, hey.
Hold up.
It was at a Brooklyn party in the basement.